All right, folks. Good day, good day. We have arrived on site for a deck demo. I think I'm gonna put the quote. I'll show you what it looks like before we just started, literally 10 minutes ago. Trying to see what works the best, and so far it's a chainsaw, and we just ripped it apart. We are trying to separate. This is called Trex, Trex. We are trying to separate it from the wood. Yes, it is both C and D, construction and demolition, but they don't take pressure treated wood, which is fine in this scenario because I think we got plenty of plastic slash wood. It's Trex to go for one load. I got this quoted for 3 loads. Basically 1 load of Trex, all this, 1 load of wood, and then underneath here, actually you can see right there, there's sonotubes with concrete. The sonotubes are going to be pulled out by the skid steer at the very end, and concrete's going to go by itself. And there's about 30 sonotubes. So, but we start at 3:30 today. We'll see where it goes from here. But alrighty, y'all. We'll show you what we got. We'll get you on time lapse. Maybe we'll do some intermitting video and just show you how far along we are. But hang out, watch us get her done. Talk to y'all shortly. All right, y'all. I'll give you a little bit of an update here. Once we found out what the edge was, and they got it stacked pretty good, like that. So, when they make the round. But once we started knocking out the main stringers, it's actually not coming up too bad now. We're trying to separate the wood from the Trex. We got a little almost a quarter of a load of Trex, but we actually seen over here how it actually cuts and how it actually lays, because trying to figure out how it lays is kind of a big deal. I made a little cut right here. The cut's right there, from there to here. But once you figure that out, you see where the stringers are. The stringers are there, so I can actually make a cut straight down and these pop up fairly easy. We're going right here to the edge. That's how we're pulling them up. So all these will just pull up. We're not going past that. Once we got this top, as you can see, it's coming apart quite easily. I think it's been about almost 2 hours, and that's our update, y'all. We know how it comes apart now. All right, continue watching. Alrighty, y'all. We are about the 3-hour mark. So let me zoom out here. This is where we started. We got all the deck board basically up to there. He got the other end actually they popped up. We had to pull a board up so he can pull them up. Starting to peel back the stringers. It's kind of moving a little quicker now. And we got all the plastic. They're actually getting the Trex up in here now. So we're deciding if we can go to another landfill to take this wood along with this Trex, because the wood's pressure treated. So we're trying to see if we're going to be able to fit it in one load. If we can fit it in one load, it'll be beneficial just to take it in one load instead of trying to split it up and go to 2 different landfills. So, and actually the one that takes pressure treated is way cheaper. It's basically $75 cheaper right off the bat, because they're just by the ton, and the other one is by right off the bat, it's 2 tons, 2 ton minimum. So I think we'll be at that as far as the wood and the Trex goes. Trex. So, all right, we'll show you at the last hour of the day. We're working for 4 hours today, and then probably 4 hours tomorrow. All right, as you see, this is what we got. Keep on watching. Alrighty, y'all, 4 hours in. It is now 7:30. Started at 3:30. We tried to work as long as we could because we know tomorrow is going to be hot, and the bugs started getting us. So he's at a stopping point. He's loading the last few that we got off here. I basically had everything cut. So we basically got just this little bit left here, which we'll see how it ends up actually coming up, but they aren't coming up too bad. So a lot of rotten wood. It almost makes me think that it was not pressure treated, but I do see some green. So alrighty, y'all, that's what we got. We got about 1/3 of a load right now. And we'll debate tomorrow once we get the Trex off. Once we get it all off, if we have a lot of space, we're going to go ahead and go to a different landfill and load up this wood. And it's a lot cheaper. It's like $30 a ton. It ain't nothing, only like 60, 70 bucks for 2 tons. And then everywhere else is 120. It's a little more of a ride, literally about a 30-minute more ride, but it ain't that big of a deal. And ultimately, if it's saving me an extra trip, 120 bucks, no big deal. So, all right, y'all, signing out for day 1 of deck removal. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for tomorrow. Y'all have a good one. Alrighty, folks, good day. We are back on site. This is exactly where we left off yesterday. They are hopping to the boards. Yep, it's a little cooler today. We might get rained on. We will see here shortly. Try to get this all loaded up. There has been a change in plans. I reached out to a manager of our transfer facility, and I told him that this wood was over 16 years old. He says, the owner says it's more like 20, but the manager said, yeah, he said, I said, man, it's degraded real bad. It's just falling apart and rotten. As you can see, all the black and stuff here. And he said, no, I'm good with that. He said people try to sneak stuff in on him, and he was a deck and dock builder in his previous time before he's managing the transfer facility. So he said, no problem. He's more concerned about pressure treated 4x4s. So I'll try to refrain from that little piece, but he's really not even worried about that, to be honest with you. But He's like the big 16-foot that are like number ones with pressure treated. He said that's what I'm more worried about. So everything will be loaded in today, wood along with the Trex, and it'll be one big load, and we'll see if we're able to get everything in one, or if we're gonna have to do two. All right, hang along with us today. Watch us knock this out. We're 1 hour in on day 2. It is break time, so it's really hot out here, and humid, so got to take our ample amount of breaks. We're almost done with all the top. I mean, we've already removed half that much. It boils down to me just cutting them and then throwing it in. Once that happens, it's gonna be rolling. I've been throwing all this in. There was a big old stack pile here, and that's what we're looking like. All right, here's what the trailer looks like. We're about what I call right at half full, so it's gonna be a pretty good heavy load. All right, see what we got. We'll give you the next hour update, y'all. Alrighty, we got 3/4 of a load. We're at the second full hour. We got just about all of it up, just a couple little pieces here, pieces there. We'll be cutting away. It's very hot out here. That's why we're making sure we take a break every 45 minutes to an hour. All right, y'all. You see it. 2 hour mark. Talk to y'all shortly. hours in. Actually, let's call it 7 hours in, starting yesterday. So here we go. Yeah, we can walk all the way up. We got all the decking off the top, and we are whacking away at these now. This is a little bit faster process. We got about 1 hour before the landfill closed today. So we're gonna fill up as much as we can. And we got all that cleaned up. I'll show you what we got in the trailer. We'll see what this stuff weighs. It's gotta be heavy. We're way more than 3/4. We're almost full. We're about to close this up so nothing slides out. All right, you see what we got. Total of 7 hours in, gives y'all an idea how long this takes. Basically sawzall, chainsaw, crowbar. That's about it. 3 main pieces of tool. All right, talk to y'all shortly. Alrighty, this is the 3rd hour. Got everything done here, everything out there. We're starting to knock away the boards. We just closed up the back, so stuff's starting to get close to sliding out. We are full. All right, just closing it up right now. We're gonna try to pull on this with the mini or skid steer, and we're gonna see how it does. We're gonna try these sonotubes. We should be able to bump them, pull them right out. Looks like there's about 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 14, 16, 18, 20, 24, 26. There's about 30 of them. So I'm about to go outside there and pull on that just to see what happens. All right, y'all. We're gonna take a break first. Talk to y'all shortly. All right, folks, just got back from the landfill, actually transfer station. It was almost 22,000 pounds. My truck weighs 14.7, so just call it 15 to 22. So about 7,000 pounds. Which would be 2, 4, 6, 3, a little over 3 tons. And it was $228. They got this one all the way down, and they got this one all the way down. And they only got about 10 more here. I'm gonna start pulling on these with the skid steer. See if the grapple can pull them up. right, folks. Dark is coming upon us. We are done. Pulled all the concrete sonotubes out. Got the big old stairway there. He wanted all this left because he's doing something with the motor, the filter actually. All right, we got all the sidewalk that was there. He's putting away chainsaw. We're doing a little site walk. It's always a must. We actually got a couple little bricks here we're gonna pick up along with these couple tools. Took a little longer than normal. We had another run-in with the skid steer. We had another hydraulic hose go, but actually it's the OEM hose. So I thought it was going to be the one that we had a problem with last time, but it's not. It was the original. I don't know what it's rubbing on. I can't tell. So, all right, folks. I would show it to you, but it's underneath the dang sleeve. And it's high pressure because every time I go to open up the grapple, it wants to fall. But I used it 2 more times. It was leaking pretty good. See, this is the new one. I know it's the new one because of this right here. He had to use 2 pieces. This one is the one, but it's spraying inside of here. So I don't know. It's right in here. Always something. That's why you got to pay yourself and pay your company on these jobs. You can't underbid yourself. You underbid, it's your own fault. You're paying stuff out of your pocket just to do work for people. So if you ain't picked up on that, you need to pay your company. So we've learned, it took a little while to learn that at the beginning. Can't do stuff for free, can't do stuff for even cheap because stuff breaks. $275 hose. Granted, it might be a little less. The mobile guy was, I think it was $260 and I gave him $275. And probably if I go to ASV, which is local here, actually not ASV, Briggs, they'll probably be a lot cheaper. But when you need it, and you rock on to make money. All right, he's gonna tarp this and put all that stuff down. Appreciate y'all watching. Till the next go around. See ya.